Hey everyone, welcome to a hot take. And this is all about Donald Trump Jr. on The View. I had to do one. I just watched Donald Trump. I just watched a whole episode of The View, which I've never done before, by the way. I hate The View. I think it's the worst show ever. I think everybody on it is boring and annoying. I mean, the show's not for me, but so Donald Trump goes on to promote his book, and of course, they just relentlessly grill him on his father, on the Ukraine. Like, these women, they're so happy and nice when somebody who agrees with them's on the show, and they could talk about recipes or whatever, but suddenly they become investigative journalists, quoting stuff on and become all super serious. Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg are supposedly former stand-up comics, and they're the most humorless people talking to Donald Trump Jr. and his girlfriend, who was also there to defend him. And smart move bringing her. She's no dummy. And really, all he had to do was sit there, and that's what he does. He just sits there, and he just kind of goes back on their questions, and they just attack him mercilessly. And they're unfair attacks, and it makes him look like the reasonable guy in the room, and they all look like screaming memes. He mentions that Joy was in blackface. Now that's all over the internet. He mentioned Whoopi Goldberg's comments about Roman Polanski. It's not really rape. So, and they both deny it right on the show. And of course, the internet instantly looks it up, finds the clip. There's another meme where, you know, one of the things that Whoopi said was, "I know blackface when I see it, I'm black." Well, they got a picture of Whoopi from probably like a Friar's roast. And I think it's Andy Dick who's in blackface, like actual blackface, like mammy blackface. And she's right next to him laughing. I don't know if it's a real picture, looked real, totally plausible, considering that Whoopi was a stand-up comic and used to say all kinds of vulgar stuff in her act, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. I mean, look, when you're a stand-up comic, you say outrageous things. And then suddenly, at one point, she actually says, "Well, could you please not joke? Well, we don't have a lot of time. Can you not joke?" I mean, this is from a woman who supposedly is a stand-up comic. This is how bad it's gotten. Like, it's so unfair. Donald Trump, and look, I didn't vote for Trump. I'm not a Trump nut. But I can see when people are being treated unfairly, and it makes them sympathetic. And they're so anxious to get anything. Meghan McCain makes herself the victim. "Oh, I have something to say." And then she reads like an official statement and demands a response like Donald Trump's going to break down in tears and apologize to her for things that Trump said about her father. McCain never saw a war he didn't like. He was perfectly willing to send people to die in other countries. So to stand there and cry like he was this innocent man who only did good in his life, look, you're his daughter, we get it. You're going to defend him, but don't. Get off your high horse, okay? You know, he was being reasonable. Trump Jr. was being totally reasonable. Said, look, we've all done stuff we regret. They can't acknowledge that. They cannot acknowledge that, because in order to acknowledge that would mean, well, we all have a little fault in ourselves and we could give Donald Trump some slack. They will not do that. And because of that, they're going to lose. They're going to lose every confrontation with him because they no longer have the moral high ground. And Trump, not an incredible moral guy. Trump Jr., not necessarily an incredibly moral guy. But because they are just reasonable and fair, because they acknowledge common sense and reality and facts, and they won't, the View women won't do that because they cannot deviate from their dogma one iota. And I hope you should watch The View. I'm sure you're watching the clips on YouTube. And just watch. Trump Jr. does completely take them down. And they deserve to be taken down a notch. These are the same people that had Tulsi Gabbard on and called her an Assad apologist. Like, where do you pull that phrase out? You pull it out of the DNC's butt. That's where you pull it out. You pull it out of their talking points. You get your marching orders from a political party. And that was an outrage because Tulsi Gabbard is a Democrat on their side on many issues, just would like to stop war, was willing to work with Trump when he got into office to help stop war. Something Democrats used to be behind, and no longer. No longer. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Trump's in office. Until Trump's in office, we're not going to be anything. We're going to be completely without principle and without any values whatsoever. Until Trump's gone, we'll do anything. That's the message you're getting. He said it right on The View. The Democrats are not for working people anymore. And it's true. And old-style Democrats cannot admit it to themselves. They just continue, no, that's not true. No, they're for the working man. How are they the working man? Say in the comments, give me an example how Democrats are for the working man at this point in their, when they want to outsource jobs overseas, when they want to add tax burdens to everyone in America. They're not for the working man anymore. It's over for them. The Democrats are done until they acknowledge their own shortcomings and stop this insane nonsense. And the liberal elites on The View are not going to help you. Yes. Hot take. Smash like and subscribe. Please check out Wokistan, a novel, if you want to get into some more political stuff. And it's a lot funnier and fun. You can read it on Kindle Unlimited for free, along with the Pineys. 2 other great books. Support the channel, and thank you.